the juxtaposition of the statue of King Nebuchadnezzar and the image of the Antichrist. In the days of Daniel, King Nebuchadnezzar instructed his artisans to construct a statue of him and decree that everyone must worship his statue. Those who refuse will be thrown into the burning furnace to be killed. So it shall be in the days of the great tribulation. The Antichrist will force everyone to worship him and orders them to create an image of him to be worshipped, that those who refuse will be slain. In Revelation chapter 13, verse 15. And the earth beast was granted permission to breathe into the image and animate it so that it could even speak. It decreed that those who refuse to worship the image of the first beast must be killed. Daniel chapter 3, verses 1 to 11. One day, King Nebuchadnezzar ordered his craftsmen to make a statue plated with gold that was 90 feet high and 9 feet wide. When finished, it was set up on the plain of Dura in the province of Babylon, and King Nebuchadnezzar planned an elaborate ceremony to dedicate the statue. He sent out invitations to his officials. At the appointed time, his officers, prefects, governors, trusted advisors, treasury officials, judges, magistrates, and all the rest of his provincial leaders arrived and gathered near the statue for the dedication ceremony. Herald, shouting, "People of all nations and languages, by order of the king, you are commanded to bow down and worship the golden statue erected by King Nebuchadnezzar. Every time you hear the sound of the horn, flute, lyre, lute, harp, pipe, and all the other musical instruments. Anyone who does not obey the king's command and refuses to bow and worship will be taken immediately and thrown into a furnace of blazing fire." So, on cue, the moment all the people in the crowd heard the sound of the musical instruments, horn, flute, lyre, lute, harp, pipe, and all the rest, all of the people, regardless of their heritage, nationality, or language, bowed down and worshipped the golden statue erected by King Nebuchadnezzar. Meanwhile, certain Chaldean leaders stepped forward to make accusations against the Jews. Chaldeans proclaimed, "Long live the king. You, good king, have made a decree that every person who hears the sound of the horn, flute, lyre, lute, harp, pipe, and all the other musical instruments is supposed to bow down and worship the golden statue you erected. You have also decreed that anyone who does not obey the king's command and refuses to bow and worship will be taken immediately and thrown into a furnace of blazing fire." Revelation chapter 13, verses 1 to 14. I saw a beast with 10 horns and 7 heads rising out of the blackness of the sea. On its horns hung 10 crowns, and on its heads were inscribed blasphemous names. This beast was like a leopard, its feet were like the claws of a bear, and its mouth was like the jaws of a lion. The dragon bestowed it with his power and his throne and his great authority. One of the beast's heads appeared to have suffered a fatal blow, but its mortal wound had somehow been healed. Amazed at the miracle and its power, all the earth followed the beast. People worshipped the dragon because he had given his authority to the beast, and they worshipped the beast because of its power. Earth, who can match the beast? Who can fight against it? And the beast was given a mouth that bellowed arrogant boasts and uttered great blasphemies, and it was permitted to do what it will for 42 months. Its mouth opened with a stream of insults against God, blaspheming his name, cursing his dwelling and those who live in heaven. Also it received permission to declare war against the saints and conquer them. Not a single nation, people, language, or ethnicity could escape its dominion. the inhabitants of the earth will worship it, that is, all those whose names have not been recorded before the foundation of the world in the book of life of the Lamb who was slaughtered. Let the person who is able to hear listen carefully. If someone is destined for captivity, a captive he will be. If someone is destined to die by the sword he will die. The endurance and faithfulness of the saints will be tested here. As I watched, I saw a second beast, this one rising up from the earth. It had 2 horns like a lamb, but it was speaking with the voice of a dragon. This earth beast exercises all of the authority given to it by the first beast, and it forces the earth and all its inhabitants to bow down and worship the first beast, whose mortal wound had been healed. And the earth beast performs fantastic miracles. Like Elijah on Mount Carmel, it even causes fire to blaze down from heaven to earth for all to see. Since it is allowed to perform these miracles in the presence of the first beast, the earth beast deceives the inhabitants of the earth, commanding them to make an image of the first beast that had survived the mortal wound inflicted by the sword. If you like this video, please subscribe, like, and share.